Hey guys, it's Baron here again because no one else from the team ever makes a video. It's time once again for Deck of the Week. I didn't post it yesterday for a couple of reasons, mainly because April Fools and I didn't want to screw around with you guys, and also for the fact that I was kind of busy this week with something completely unrelated to Yu-Gi-Oh! Anyways, deck for this week is something I haven't posted yet that I've had for a while. Haven't really played much since I have other good decks, but this is a Reptilliane deck. One of the new archetypes, decently supported. Do a couple things with it. This is my take on the deck. Here we go. Start off with three of these lovely ladies, the Reptilliane Vasky. She's a lovely monster with 2600 attack and 0 defense. That her effect, Sclear's killing me. Her effect is that basically you could only summon her by tripping off 2 monsters on the field with 0 attack. That means anywhere, yours or your opponent's. And once per turn, she could destroy a monster on the field. So it's pretty cool. You could reduce their stars to 0 and just blast over it or whatever. And she has more attack than stars anyway, so you could drop her once that happens. And it's one of the things that gets around it too. It doesn't destroy, it sends tributes. So she's pretty cool, except for the fact that she could only be special summoned that way. But whatever. About 3 of them. I got 2 Phenomenons in here. They're pretty good because this deck runs only reptiles. And basically, his attack is 500 for every reptile that you have. And also, you can protect him by removing a reptile in your grave. So, it's pretty cool. And a level 8 monster with 0 attack. We got Medusa here. Run 2 of her. Her effect is that you can discard 1 card from a hand to make an opponent's monster drop its attack to 0. Have you guessed the theme yet for Reptillians? It is dropping their attack to 0. And just beating face with them. But yeah, she's good to help bring out the Vasky faster, because I can reduce their attack to 0, tribute off their monsters for Vasky, which is one of the awesome things you can do with this deck. Pretty cool. Run 2 of her. Yes, this guy, he's my tuner for the deck. You run 3 of them in here. His effect is that when he hits the field, I could steal 1 level-up monster, 1 face-up monster my opponent controls that has 0 attack. So, one of my Reptillians does their thing, then I summon him, steal their monster, and probably sync with it. It's a silly little thing. 1, 2, 3. Ashelon is a searcher. He takes a hit for any other reptile in this deck, and he basically, when he gets destroyed, I search for reptile with 500 less attack. Gets to be a phenomenon, gets to be my searcher, gets to be a couple of my other guys. Pretty cool. Speaking of 0 attackers, you got my turtle dude, Mr. Gardner. And he is also no searcher for this deck. He searches for any Reptilliane when he's destroyed. By, I think, battle? No, when he's destroyed, period. It's not a graveyard. So he could even search out something like a Vasky or like Medusa or just any Reptilliane monster with 0 attack. You get to Naga. She's a pretty cool person. 0 attack once again. Doesn't matter because you just set her and wait for them to attack it. Anything that attacks, by the way, she's indestructible out of battle. Anything that attacks, it drops their attack to 0 automatically. So she's like set her first turn, like, oh, attack with your monster. You got 0 attack now, what's up? Which sets up a lot of combos for the rest of the Reptillians over here. Run 2 over. Got 2 Skillas. If you remember the Goyo Guardian that steals monsters that kills, this does the same thing just for stuff that drops its attack to 0. And finally, Gorgon, who is another person that drops attack to 0 when she battles with something. Of course, a lot of Reptillians have a lot of low defense, so I run 2 Solidarities in here. This is all reptiles. That means plus 1600 to everything in this deck, even 0 attackers. 2 Gravekeeper Servants, because I want to moderate the attack. So if they really want to go ahead, then go ahead, lose your card, and stop crump your deck or whatever. Especially if I have 2 of them out here and I lose the top 2 cards. I just point them and laugh. Got quite a few level 8 monsters in here. I got the 2 Phenomenons and 3 Vaskys. So I run Advanced Draw, which lets, when they leave the field, I could draw 2 cards. And 2 trade-ins, which trade in from your hand to draw 2 cards. So that's my draw power for the deck. 1, 2, 3 creature swaps. As you've seen, there's a lot of 0 attackers in here, so if I can't get the combos out fast enough, steal their things. It's hilarious to just give them a turtle, attack over it, and then get your Vasky out. So 3 of those. Pipe average for cycling stuff. Destruction. Also gets rid of a monster for Phenomenon. Destruction. Good distraction because it gets around Starlight Road. And probably, I think, one of the best cards in the game right now because it bounces all spell traps, still sets up for the OTK, but gets around stuff like Stardust and Starlight Road that negates destruction. Finally, we get to our traps. Start with 1 damage equals Reptile. This is a trap that, once per turn, if you take battle damage from a Reptile monster, you can special summon a Reptile from your deck with equal or less attack than damage you took. Guess what, guys? I have a lot of stuff that has 0 attack in here. So blast over anything and like free Phenomenon, or free Tuner, or free Naga. There's a lot of stuff that you get for free that you want. Serpent Suppression. This is a new card for them. Face-up attack monsters with 0 attack your opponent controls cannot be destroyed by battle with Reptilliane monsters. Get their stuff down to 0 with all the face-up Reptilians done, and just beat their face down. They can't ever die. So it's pretty cool that you can just like win the game with this card. Got 2 Wakus in here, of course. Everyone loves this card. Reduce all damage to 0, so you can just ram your Gorgon into it without worrying about taking any damage and drop their monster to 0. And just blast over it next turn. 1 T-Roar. Always run these. I'm actually surprised I don't run any enemy controllers in this deck, which makes me sad, but whatever. 2 Boneless Half Hole in case something comes your way. And of course we round it off with everyone's favorite rival card called Haunted. Finally we move on to our Synchros. Only has 1 Synchro card, but I run 3 copies. Just because to keep the solidarities going I have to stick with only reptiles. So I run their Synchro Reptilliane Hydra. Her effect is that when she's Synchro summoned, destroy all face-up monsters with 0 attack your opponent controls. Get the theme of the deck kit. And then you draw a card for every monster you destroyed. So it's awesome. You could just like start zeroing all the monsters, bring out your Reptilliane Tuner, which is obviously the what's his name, Cobra, whatever that dude was I showed you. Sync with this, blow up all the monsters, and draw a bunch of cards. And it's 2100 attack, which plus solidarity because you will have your stuff in the graveyard by then. Plus 16 on this is 3700. Get out of 3 of these in the somehow game. Yeah, that is the Reptillians, or my version anyways. I'd like to have my Dragon deck up next week, but that requires me to get 1 more Male Darkness Dragon because I only pulled 1 out of my 3 Absolute Power Force 10s boxings. But like I said before last week, leave me some suggestions. I have some ideas, but I can only last for so long. What else to say? Not much. This is Rayon, as usual, because none of my other teammates ever do anything. See you later, YouTubes, with another deck or some trades or, like, I don't know, some news and stuff. Bye. Zero on Junk Warrior.